cleanup and debris removal from the state-sponsored program operated by Cal Recycle, and this is the final house to be cleaned up from the valley fire. And this is a isolated area in the Ettawa Springs neighborhood, and the crews are operating their heavy equipment, and the hand crews are separating the material. And on each of these homes, the operation was to mobilize the task force, separate out the metal, load that off for recycling, and scrape up and clean up all the ash and soil debris, all that to the landfill. If there's asbestos waste, if there's hazardous asbestos, they would take that separately to a certified asbestos landfill out of the county. And what's left will be concrete foundations, concrete slab. They'll break that up, they'll haul that to concrete recycling, and that operation pretty much describes what these work crews have been doing since October, and they've completed about 1,183 residential structures cleaned up with burn ash. After the cleanup is done, another crew will come to collect soil samples. They'll send that to an analytical lab and see if they've met the cleanup goals for a list of heavy metals. They meet the cleanup goals, they document everything, and they give the owner a certificate of completion, and they're ready to rebuild if they choose, or they have a clean lot where once their home is burned up. And that's pretty much how the operation goes.
My name is Todd Thalheimer, Operations Chief at Cal Recycle. I've been managing this particular instance from the beginning. And for me, it's been an honor to work here because actually my childhood home burned down in Cobb. So I've been doing a lot of natural disasters, but unfortunately this is the first time that I've had to deal with one in my hometown.
As we were standing from our viewpoint here, looking down at this work, you can see they're spraying water on the debris and the metal as they're taking it out. They're lining the dump trucks with plastic. One of the big, the workers are wearing protective gear. They're all hazardous waste trained. A big focus of this work area is to manage dust. Dust can have asbestos or heavy metal constituents from the ash. So there's a huge effort on safety. Not sure if we can pick it up on the video here, but they have a couple of these instruments on tripods powered by a portable generator. Those are continuous air monitors that the consultants have, and they're monitoring the air continually for hazardous constituents, as part of the worker safety, community safety.
So you've done testing on the soil. What materials would you expect to find? Where will these materials wind up?
The materials they're testing for after they remove asbestos is basically metals, and metals are source of everything we have in our houses and what we build our houses on. Older homes have lead paint. Newer homes have the pressure-treated wood on the mud sills, on the foundation. They can have source of chromium and arsenic on the wood. A lot of the materials in our homes have metals. So after the soil and ash is removed, they'll collect soil samples and test that for metals, and we've established cleanup goals that's kind of customized specific for this area, and that's based on health screening levels and background levels that are naturally occurring in the soil here. Yeah, we have protection levels set for safety, but we also know that we live in a highly mineralized area, and we're not going to be able to clean up everything all the time if it's naturally occurring as part of the geology and part of the soil. So cleanup goals are established specifically for this area.
My name is Musakoi Young. I am a four-step operator. Right now, I'm doing safety. The importance of safety is to maintain the
Safety.
right. It's safety. We got to keep the people safe and our workers safe so they can all go home to their families.
So you're trying to keep people from getting killed while working?
Yes, I am. I would like to not be killed myself, and you know, while I'm at it, I can help some other people around. You know, the general public. But yeah.
So if I'm driving down the road and I see some of these big trucks coming, what should I be doing?
You should probably go very slow and get out of the way and look for anyone that has any kind of red or orange in your face. Look for all the safety markings along the road.
And if they tell me to do something?
You do it. You comply. Because if you don't, that could be actually a lot can go bad. You can go get in trouble with the law. And you can get hurt, you can get other people hurt, which is even worse. So yeah, you probably want to follow the directions of the person that has the sign or the markings.
There's another site, the old Hobards Resort. That's a commercial development, not eligible for the publicly funded program. So their group will be starting a debris removal cleanup on those structures very soon. Hobart's cleanup is very complicated. There's 60 or more separate structures, the big lodge, lots of little cabins, lots of support buildings, all destroyed. The state-sponsored thing was planning to do Hobart's. They found out that it was ineligible for public funds. The ownership group is now, after some negotiation and pressure, is assembling a cleanup plan. They've got their consultants on board. Very soon they'll be able to start cleanup of their debris. It's a big challenge, great expense for them. We're not completely happy that it's waited this long, but it's ready to start soon. There's some notoriety on that bridge. This is Ettawa Springs was one of the old tourist destinations in the Cobb area, and many of the cabins and lodges and improvements were built for maybe horse and wagon or Model T Ford days. The old bridge burned up in the fire. The homes on the other side of Mill Creek here were isolated without a bridge, and in order to get crews and equipment, you know, the dump truck and the excavators and the loaders, they had to basically build a portable bridge. This operation with Cal-Recycle and the state-sponsored teams have been simultaneously doing the Butte Fire in Calaveras County as they've been working in here. Butte Fire started like a few days before, and it was a devastating fire over there. So the cleanup operations in Butte County for the Calaveras, or in Calaveras County for the Butte Fire, used this bridge to clean 4 lots. They designed it and built it with heavy steel. When they were done with it over there, they put it on a truck and brought it here and assembled it, and it's strong enough for the heavy equipment, and it lets our teams get across Mill Creek and complete this job for 2 houses over there. There's some records specific to each lot, and each lot has detailed documentation, so we know how much tonnage and how many work hours and how many crews and how many dump truck miles are spent on each particular lot. But we took some gross numbers and combined them. So for the 3 fires, I don't have the exact numbers in it. The work crews here, at the peak there were about 55 or 60 work crews, and they were supported by several hundred dump trucks. And the individual dump truck loads with the big end dumps and the 10-wheelers like you see over there now, the total dump truck loads, I'm trying to recall, was about 23,500 dump truck loads hauled to the recycling station for steel, recycling for concrete, green waste, and landfill loads. and 23,000 dump truck loads. If all those dump truck loads individually were parked bumper to bumper, it would line up from Middletown to Monterey. And that's kind of the scope of what was hauled out of these burn structures. The total tonnage for all the material, for all the jobs, was 25,000 tons. And, you know, it's a big number. We see 25,000 tons comparatively for the men and women have Navy experience. These big Nimitz class aircraft carriers, fully loaded with nuclear reactors, all the crew, all the supplies and materials, all the fighter jets, and 1 million gallons of jet fuel, only weighs 97,000 tons. So the mass of material that was removed from all this operation is a little bit more than 2.5 times the weight of those big carriers.
Walk across the bridge, huh? Yeah. Open it up.